20 bucks. 20 bucks. We are online for 20 bucks. Keep on playing. Whoa! Let's see if this works. We're there. Hi everybody. Welcome to Mrs. Calabash Cooks. Come into my kitchen. I'm Maggie. I was having trouble with my blender. I don't always get the tops on properly. So today we're going Indian. So we're going to make a chicken curry and use Mrs. Calabash Cooks curry powder, which you'll find on Facebook. So go to mrscalabashcooks.com and the recipe's there. And then we've got a couple of Indian chutneys. This is specially for Dave, Dr. Dave. Some Indian chutneys, an Indian chutney and an Indian pickle that are used as eaten as an accompaniment to the dish, and a little green tomato chutney. So we're going to serve this with rice, just a plain ordinary rice. And so let's go back to the stove and start with the chicken curry. So on here I've got 2 chicken breasts which I cut into bite-sized pieces. I find this, I prefer this to a whole chicken breast, and they cook quicker. So let's do a bit of moving around. I'm going to cook the curry in this pot. And so in here I got some coconut oil. That's the coconut oil. You can have liquid coconut oil or you can have the solidified. I like the liquid. Then I can use it in muffins. So we're just going to heat that. Now I keep looking at my list because you see that serves 6. Well, there's only 2 of us. So I don't want to make it to serve 6. So I've halved the recipes. So I have to just look and make sure that I've got the correct ingredients in the correct amount. So we just want to make sure that the coconut oil comes up to heat, like that. And I need one of my little spatulas. And in here we're going to put the cayenne, we're going to put the onion, garlic and ginger, like that. I want that to cook just gently for a few minutes. I like to saute it until the onion goes transparent before I add anything else. So it's just a little fresh ginger, but if you can't find the fresh ginger or you live out in the country, you want to make this and you've got all the ingredients in except ginger. There's 2 ways. You could either put some powdered ginger in, doesn't taste quite the same, but it adds a nice gingery flavour. Or I always have some of the minced ginger in a jar for an emergency if I can't get out to the store when I want ginger. Some of the delights of living in the country. But it doesn't cause a problem because the minced ginger in the jar is extremely good. So we're just going to let those go until they're soft. And in this dish, I've got cayenne pepper, paprika. I put bay leaves. Now, if you haven't got, if you can't get curry leaves, then you can use bay leaves and cinnamon stick. And where is my curry powder? There we are. Look, my beautiful label, Mrs. Calabash curry powder, which is on site. We made that the other day. And I just want to see how much curry powder I need. I'm halving it. Where are we? I've lost it. Onions, ginger, bay leaves, 1 1/4 tablespoons. 1¼ tablespoons of curry powder. Now I have got some, I'm leaving out some of the cayenne pepper on the side in case I have to add a little more. I'll tell you why. The chili powders, the chili peppers, I'm going to put a drop more oil in that. It's a little bit dry. There we are. The chili peppers which I bought when we were doing the shopping, I had a choice. I had mild peppers or extra hot. Now the other week I bought the extra hot peppers and they were really, really hot. And I thought, well, I'm going to err on the side of caution this week and get a softer pepper. They don't taste of much. The taste will be there of the chili, but it's not very hot. That's why I'm leaving the jar of cayenne pepper out in case I have to adjust the seasoning at the end. That might not be hot enough. So look, in there we've got the garlic, we've got the curry powders. We just cooked them until it became aromatic, and we've added the ginger, the chili peppers. Now I'm going to put the chicken in there, and we want to just coat the chicken with the spices. Like that. And I'm going to add a little sugar. That brings, I know I don't normally add a lot of sugar with being diabetic, but it's only a smidgen of sugar, and it just brings out the sweetness and adds to the flavour, because you've got to remember your three flavour enhancers: sugar, salt and fat. So there your three flavour enhancers, and that will draw out the flavour. There we are. Let's put those in the sink. I want to cook the chicken for a little bit longer without it burning. It's beginning to smell really good. And we've got coconut oil, coconut milk, a little water and some cider vinegar. And again, the cider vinegar will draw out adds a little bit of tartness to it. There we are. I just want to turn that up slightly without burning the bottom of the pan, because I want the chicken just to cook on the outside. Just to saute like that. Oh, excuse me. Now, I'm going to have to wash my hands. There we are. I'm going to add, oh, excuse me. It's got to me. The chilies, they do it every time. They're very good for cleaning out the sinuses. Now you see we've done down to here, we've got the sugar, and so we're just going to cook it for a few more minutes. Then we're going to add the coconut milk, the water and the vinegar. I'm going to, now this has browned a little, I'm going to add the tomatoes. They were just a tomato, I've not bothered peeling them. A tomato just cut into cubes. And this adds a nice flavour to it. Like that. I'm going to put the coconut milk in there. We can add some more coconut milk later if we feel like it. Scrape the bottom of the pan because all the goodness is there, all the nice little brown bits. I'm going to add some water. There we are. You can see I'm scraping, I don't know if you can see, I'm scraping the bottom of the pan where there was the residue. Let's see if I can lift it up. You see? Just scrape in there like that. And I'm going to put some salt in a minute. There we are. So there's no brown on the bottom of the pan now. I'm going to add the vinegar. And we're going to add some salt. I'll leave that there. I might add, instead of adding the rest of the water, I might just add a little more coconut milk. Let me just put a little salt in there. Oh, excuse me. That looks delicious. I'm going to add a drop more coconut milk rather than water because I like a nice smooth curry. Bear with me. There we are. Coconut milk. Now, people that come to my cooking classes know I'm a little bit fussy with coconut milk. This has just got the ingredients in here is coconut extract, water. Excuse me. It doesn't have any gum in it, and the gum is a thickener and it stops it separating. I like just a plain, straightforward coconut milk. So let me taste this. Might need a little more salt. You notice I'm not putting any pepper in there. I was told true Indian cooking didn't use a lot of pepper. A little more salt. Just a little more. There we are. And we can adjust the salt. I don't think it's going to need any more. It's not going to need any more curry powder or cayenne pepper in there. It's got a bite to it. It's not overpowering, and but it's got a nice afterbite. So what I'm going to do, that's got a pan of rice. I'm going to switch that off, put its lid on, and just put it over there to simmer for a little while. Now, what did I do with the pan lid? I'm going berserk. There we are. Nothing new. So let's just put that over there like that, and I need that just to simmer to cook the chicken through. Now this will be done quite quickly, but you can make this and put it on low and let it simmer a little bit longer so the flavours come out. You could make this the day before, keep it in the refrigerator, and then all the flavours really blend. As an Indian friend of mine used to say, we never make a curry on the day that we're going to eat it. It's like a good casserole, always better the next day. So let's go back to the butcher block. Now for this, we're going to make a cooked coconut chutney. Excuse me, I'm going to have to take a drink. Oh, that's better. And so, I've put everything out on my table in the order that I'm going to use them. So there's a shallot, chilli with garlic, a little salt, we'll look at the salt, lemon juice and water. And I've got a small blender. Now this is frozen coconut, which is rather nice because you can take out what you need, defrost, and put the rest back in the freezer. And it means that you've always got coconut. So if you like making Thai food and Indian food, which asks for coconut, you've already got it there. And you know that it's good. I have bought a couple of fresh coconuts and they've not been nice at all. So I've stopped I think I've been unfortunate, but I stopped buying fresh coconuts, and I do know I can rely on a frozen coconut product. So, in a blender, we need the water, lemon juice. You can use lemon juice or lime juice. Today I'm using lemon juice because I happen to have lemons in. The garlic, and those, and I haven't got my cumin. Why haven't I got my cumin? I weighed everything up. There, my cumin is over there, so let's just have a look. Mustard seeds, no, my mustard seeds over there. Derek, excuse me, I'm going to have to go and get some cumin seeds.
Come back.
I'm going to disappear. Cumin, cumin, cumin. Here we are. No, that's cardamom. Coriander. Cumin. Where's all the cumin gone? I had masses of it. Cumin. I've got... No, that's fennel. Sorry. Where is the cumin? Coriander. Oh, this is ridiculous. Thyme. Oh, I've got masses of cumin. Let me go and see if I've got it at the back here. I ticked it, so I thought I'd got it. No. That's curry powder. It's only 1/8 of a teaspoon. Yes, we'll just go. That's mustard seeds. Can I just have a look, see what I've got at the back here? They're mustard seeds. I'm going absolutely mad today. As everybody said, it's not unusual, so. Cloves. Oh, we'll put this in. Smells delicious. Here we are. So it's only 1/8 of a teaspoon, so that is just a little smidgen of cumin, but it adds the flavour to it. It adds all the flavour. And so let's just make sure I've got everything, cumin, shallots, and blend thoroughly. There we are. So we put that on there. It's going to make a noise. There, a little bit more, but we are going to blend again because we're going to put the coconut in there. Let's put the coconut in, and then we're going to blend the coconut in with that, and then we're going to cook it. So you can see it makes almost like a paste. It's almost like a paste that it makes. And we're going to actually cook this. So let's just clear up the mess. Let's put that over there so we don't fall over it. There we are. The way today's going, yeah, we could do that. Let's get rid of these. And I've not put the salt in. I just want to, I'm going to add the salt when I've, just when I'm over there. I just want to see how much salt I actually need. Salt is a very individual taste. So let's go over here. I've got a little grapeseed oil in here. I'm using grapeseed oil because I can bring it up to a higher temperature. Let's just check this. We don't want it to burn on the bottom. let's turn that down. You've got protein in there with the meat, so you don't want it to boil, you just want it to simmer. And I'm going to leave the lid off so that it thickens up just a little bit. Again, how much gravy, juice, sauce you want on your chili is a personal matter, on your curry is a personal matter. Because remember, you're putting it over rice, so you want the rice to absorb a lot of the liquid. There we are. That's hot. Now we're going to put some mustard seeds in there, and they're going to pop. And as soon as they start to pop, and they jump everywhere, then we're going to add the sliced shallot. Can you see? They're popping. Wow! Turn it down a little bit. My nice clean stovetop is now scattered with little mustard seeds. So with this, you have a shallot. So cut the shallot in half and put one half in there, and the other half you slice into slivers, and we're just going to cook it in here. Now I'm going to taste this to see how. I'm going to add just a little salt to it, and then see if we need any more salt. I think we'll wait till it's cooked. That is really, really good. Now, you can see the shallots are cooked. So, the taste of the coconut is delicious. Just want to cook the onion, not overcooking this. But just gently cooking the onion, and I'm going to add a little more salt to it. It needs just a little, not much. I'm going to take that little piece of onion out. It got overdone, so let's take that out. I want to keep it looking nice and white. There we are. A little more salt. Clean that spoon. We'll taste that. I'm going to move that over to the back burner and turn it down as far as it will go. Now with this cooked coconut, you can either serve it hot or at room temperature, either or. Let's just leave that like that. I think we'll switch it off because it is nicely cooked. The chicken, I just want to see if the chicken is cooked. It should be. We don't want to overcook it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is a really nice curry. Nice flavour. Yep, we'll just let that simmer like that because I like to serve the food hot. and we're going back to the butcher block now, and we're going to make the carrot pickle. So come on, let's go back. Now this is a carrot and chili pickle. The longest part of this is cutting up your carrot pieces. Look, like that. And it's an assembly job once you've got everything just weighed up. I've got some coarsely grained mustard seed. Again, a little salt and some long chilies now for this. Look, like that. And I have left the seeds in on this because it's so mild. And some chili oil. Now this is one of my own mixings. Again, if you go onto Mrs. Calabash Cooks, you'll find, if you look into oils, we did chili oil. We did a whole load of oil. So this has been, probably a couple of months now. And so every so often I give it a shake like that. And it's very pretty, look. Everything descends into, it's like having a snowball. So for this, I've got, I thought we'd put it in here. So we just combine everything. So we've got, how much chili oil do I need for this one? 3 tablespoons. We're going to whisk that chili out. Now when you taste this, because it is fresh, I've not used it as you can see, I thought, I don't know. It tasted pretty bland, and then there's a nice kickback, which is lovely. And so we've got the mustard seeds in there. Mix all those together. The lemon juice. And how much salt is it? 3/4 of a teaspoonful of salt. There we are. Like that. And we add these just to coat, and that's it. And put in the chilies. So I just get a pair of, I like these for coating. And so you just turn these over until they're coated with the nice spices and everything. And the same with these. Add these. So this is why I went with a milder chili rather than really, really hot, because I thought there's no way could we eat a strip of those hot chilies. I nearly hit the roof last time and I only ate a little piece, so that's why I thought err on the side of discretion. Let's just taste a little piece. Oh yes. You can make more. It will keep in the refrigerator over the holiday period in an airtight container for about 10 days. So it's always something nice to bring out for a buffet table. So that, let's put this away. A little bit greasy around the edge. We don't need that on the table anymore. That has a nice flavour, and it just warms the inside of the mouth. It doesn't burn, it just warms nicely. So we're going to bring the cooked coconut and put it in there. You only take a little of this at a time. We'll put that back over on there. Switch that off, that's cooked. And before we dish up the curry, let's we'll do it this way. Let's just take out the pips like that. You could serve some lemon or lime slices on the table. So if somebody wanted just a little more acidic, then they can squeeze some lemon juice or lime juice on it. These dishes are lovely for a hot buffet because you can have lots and lots of, you can put naan bread out and Indian accompaniments, and people can help themselves. It's nice and relaxed. You're not having to do a great deal as the hostess because everything is prepared beforehand. And people can take just what they want. So let's put those there, like that, and we'll bring out the rice and then the curry. So my rice has been cooking, and this is just a plain, simple parboiled rice. So this is just fluff it up with the fork. I know what this tastes like because if you salt the water and taste the water, that is going to be how your rice, when it's cooked, tastes. And cold water, so it's 2 of water to 1 of rice. So there's just 1 cupful of rice in there. So there's 1 cupful of rice and the curry. Yay! Now I can't lift these pots with 1 hand. These are a little bit heavier. So let's have a look. Take out the... Whoa! Can't find it. If you can find the bay leaves and the cinnamon sticks, then take them out. The cinnamon stick seems to have disintegrated. But if you could find lime leaves, the curry leaves are really good. I used to grow them in England, but I can't grow them here. Where we are in Canada, in Ontario, the climate's not good for growing curry. My pot. You see, you would bring this to the table and you could put the top on and it keeps warm, or you could cook it and put it in a slow cooker just to keep warm. And I'm actually going to put, I've got some green tomato chutney here that I made in the tomato season. Again, the recipe is on Mrs. Calabash, but that's green tomato. I love green tomato chutney. It's one of my favourite. So there you are. Within half an hour, we've got a meal cooked. So this would be really, really easy for entertaining over the Christmas period or New Year. So what I'm going to do is just put some on a plate. Now I've just got a plain, simple plate today, and this is what you use for portioning out rice. This, my son and daughter-in-law brought this from Chile. They live in Chile, and this is how they portion out the rice. So I'm just going to moisten it like that, and put some rice in there. It is nice to use rather than a basmati rice for this. A basmati rice works, but this is a little bit stickier, like that. So, there you are, you see, we have a nice little dish of rice. It always looks nice when you're doing something like this. It looks special. And we need a ladle. So I'm going to put some chutney. I keep calling it chutney. I'm going to put some curry by the side. Some green tomato chutney. Lovely. Some coconut. Some coconut. Like that. And to finish off, we'll put, and this colour goes nicely next to the curry, adds a nice colour to the plate. I eat these with my fingers. And there you have a rather nice Indian meal. So enjoy. And please go to mrscalabashcooks.com, our website, and could you do us a favour and like our page and share it with friends? And Derek's just sort of mouthed to me, and enemies. If you don't like them, you don't like my show. Send it to your enemies. But thank you again for watching, and please join us on a Tuesday for our talk show, 7:30. So thank you again, and everyone, have a great weekend, and enjoy. Along the line for 20 bucks. Keep on playing, nobody's playing. And some dimes. Oh, it won't come. 20 bucks. Bye, guys. Jabor. The band is called Jabor. You find it now on 20 bucks. 20 bucks. These are Moorish. And they're good for you.
There we go, ma'am. Very good show. Very good.
Ah, somebody said hi from Canada.
Ah!
I didn't see it.
Hi from Canada?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe they don't know where we are.
Maybe not. Maybe they think we're from England.
Yeah, perhaps, eh?